Time when I'm with Neil Everett. I am Linda Cohen, and we begin with the NFL and two teams looking for their first win.
Yeah, we got two Heisman quarterbacks without mono, but with something to prove. Cam Newton all dressed up, but can he throw it deep? Jameis Winston, can he throw it straight? He gave up 2 pick sixes in week 1.
No, his foot is not such. We don't trust it. Don't even worry about the foot. The foot's got nothing to do with it, okay?
All right, Keyshawn Johnson is with me. I'm worried about the foot, Coach, okay? I mean, Cam Newton has now lost 8 straight. That's a personal high for him. And this loss for the Panthers, it came down to the final play. What did you think of that last play called by Ron Rivera?
I like coach speak. We thought McCaffrey had a better look. He was doing this and that. No! Cam 6'5", 245, 250.
Best player on the team.
A yard. And you want to know why the New England Patriots win games? Because Tom Brady, he would have called that off, he would have snuck the ball, and it would have been over with. He would have went home with a W. So when you look at that situation, I love McCaffrey. I think he's the flow, but I'm sure he was a little shocked.
All right. I mean, you heard Coach Ron Rivera say it wasn't the foot. Maybe it's the shoulder, because he missed plenty of targets, especially in that second half. A lot of missed opportunities, Keyshawn Johnson. So what did you think of Cam Newton's play overall in this game?
I thought it was shaky, especially the first 3.5 quarters. He got a little hot on that drive there at the end, but for the most part, I think when you look at it, cannot fall on Cam Newton. I know he gets the blame a lot of the times, but give him some help. Receivers, you think about Curtis Samuel on the 3rd down. The ball was slightly thrown behind him, but make that catch.
Yeah, of course.
You are a pro. You cannot be a body snatcher. You can't catch the ball with your shoulder pad. So a lot of the blame falls on the entire team, not just Cam Newton.
Yeah, before we came on, you said there was a position in particular. It wasn't just on Cam Newton, but there were others in this game that you looked to that had the blame.
When you think about the offensive line, they had Cam Newton out there getting killed, K-I-L-T. I want you to concentrate not on Cam Newton, but on the left tackle right here. As he continues to go on the edge, if you take a look right here, Linda, you see that right there?
Sure.
This guy's going to do exactly what he wants to do. Darrell Williams whips right there. Cam Newton should complete this ball if he's not hit. But again, this is like a Von Miller situation. It's just a dip and rip on his part. Hits him at the right below the wax. He didn't get an opportunity to step into the throw. Yeah. It falls short to Curtis Samuel. And that's not a smile by Cam Newton. That's just a laugh of frustration. Anytime you've been sacked as many times as he's been, Darrell Williams over the last 2 games, 5 sacks. Okay, a lot of penalties, missed blocks. You cannot win football games when your offensive line has your quarterback worried about whether or not he's going to be able to deliver the football.
Yeah. Let's go to the podium now and hear from Cam Newton live.
Offensively, I think through my lens, it's hard to look defensive guys in their eyes after a game like this, you know what I'm saying? Because, offensively, we don't hold up our end of the bargain. But needless to say, that's the obvious. It wasn't, we didn't, like I say, we just didn't uphold our end, and we're past due. Special teams had a good return. Defensively was stout all game. But all fingers are just pointing back to me specifically in offense.
And why do you think that you guys were not able to uphold your end?
I can't answer that question right now. I think it's extremely frustrating knowing that you're getting opportunities and you just can't put the ball in the end zone. And that's what we have to figure out. That's what I have to figure out. You know what I'm saying? So, whether missed throws, protections, whatever, we just have to find ways to put points on the board. That's what we signed up for. That's an offensive 101, and that's what we have to do.
Cam, you're not really running the ball like we've seen throughout your career. I think a year or 2 ago you said you can't tell a lion not to roar. Mm-hmm. How does that part of your game missing, how does that affect you on the field?
I don't necessarily, it's my job to execute, simple and plain. Whatever play is called, and we had our opportunities this game to come down to me not running the football. But, times we were lethargic, times we were flat offensively, but we just got to, that comes with like progression. You know, when you go out and get first downs, or you go out and get touchdowns, you know, it becomes contagious positively. But, you know, just as that is contagious, you know, the lethargicness or, you know, being stagnant is also that, and that's what you're seeing tonight.
Cam, we've seen you for years, 4th and 1 or less than 1. Quarterbacks need first down. It seemed like it was almost a guarantee tonight. You guys threw once, did the Wildcat tonight. Why have y'all gone away from what's worked for a long time?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
How physically capable of running do you feel?
I do. I mean, I feel okay. You know, but you're not gonna hear no type of reasons why tonight didn't go as planned. I have to be better. No matter what physical condition I'm in, no matter what foot, shoulder, I ain't get the job done tonight, man, and it's frustrating. I wish I could say something other than that, but you know that's the facts. And you know I'm an extremely brutally honest person, you know, with people, and I'm extremely brutally honest with myself. And it's time for me to look myself in the mirror and, you know, do some real soul searching, because I had opportunities tonight and I didn't get it done.
When the call came in, they had the consecutive timeouts, and it went from 4th and 2 to 4th and a half yard. What was your thought about how well or poorly that play was going to work with Christian? And
I felt extremely confident in the play. I've always felt confident in the plays that's called. You know, Norv gives us a great chance, you know, to put us in winning position. It's just up to us as players to execute.
Cam, I don't have the stats in front of me, but you throwing to the right side of the field so far this season through 2 games has been starkly different than any other part of the field. Is there anything that you're noticing or feeling or vibing at all when you throw to the right as opposed to the left or middle?
Can't answer that question, sir. I'm a quarterback, and you know that's valuable information. No matter where I'm throwing it, I have to, you know, complete the pass.
You threw the ball down the field a little bit and completed some of it. How pleased were you with the explosiveness tonight? Obviously, the short yardage was.
We're able to move the ball on any team. We know that. We understand that. These 2 games that we played, you know, there was no lack of you know, moving the football. The thing is manufacturing points. You know, that's what we have to do. You know, especially when, you know, you just got to reward the defense, man. And I think that's why I'm kicking myself now, because it's like, geez, Louise, you know, you got good field position. That's not an excuse. You know, guys getting defensive stops. You know, and the onus is on us.
What were you most disappointed?
Comments from the heart after the loss, and those comments by Cam Newton. What did you think about what he said?
He's telling the truth. It's all on him, and that's good when you can self-check and self-evaluate yourself and realize that you're one of the main reasons that you're not scoring points. 25 of 51, he understands. He knows that he was not at his best tonight, and that helped this 20-14 victory by the Buccaneers. I mean, when you think about it, he got sacked 3 times. You can put a little bit on the offensive line, put a little bit on the receivers, but ultimately at the end of the day, Cam Newton is the one. His job is to get his team into the end zone, and he failed to do that.
And he did address his past injuries, the foot, the shoulder, and said he's got to find a way to win no matter what.
And I still don't like the 4th down call, though. I'm sorry. Just don't.
And that's why he didn't comment on that as well. Keyshawn Johnson, thanks.
Yeah, you don't like the 4th down call because Newton's law of motion, Newton's law of gravity says Newton could get a yard. Cam Newton averaging 18 yards per game during his 8-game losing streak, rushing yards, including -2 in the last 2 games. So maybe he couldn't get a yard. Also throwing just 9 touchdown passes, 10 picks over that same span. No touchdown passes in his last 4 games. As for the other Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston, 16 for 25, 208 yards, 1 touchdown. He was efficient, Coach.
I thought he was outstanding. You know, he had a hell of a week as far as mentally getting ready for this ball game, and so yeah, I think that's the type of game he can play. I didn't think he played that bad last week. You know, he had the one bad play, and but tonight he was really spot on.
When the offensive line dominates the line of scrimmage, you got a great chance to win. When you can run the football effectively, it allows the passing game to open up. And when they try to play too high coverages, it allows the running game to be better. So we definitely dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Coming up later on SportsCenter from Los Angeles, Ed Werder was at that game. He'll have more. He will not be wearing a headscarf, but he did have on suede shoes. Coming up.